everybody. So today we're going to be making the world's best lasagna. Now that's the name of the recipe and we've tried it once before and it was terrific. I have to say it's the best lasagna I've ever tried. It's a little bit time consuming because it has to kind of cook and marry in the pan for a while. What we start with is browning, let's see, the Italian sausage, ground beef, onion, and garlic in a Dutch oven pan. I got myself a really awesome Dutch oven pan for like $20 with a wok. Used, of course, naturally. It's expensive otherwise. I don't even know how much those giants cost. Anyway, let's get started. Right now we're doubling the batch. We're making enough for two 9x13 dishes of lasagna. So with just a single batch, you're going to want 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, or about 1.5 teaspoons of minced dry garlic, 1 pound of Italian sausage. We're going to be putting about 2 pounds, and then 3/4 pound of ground beef. Once you've browned your meat and onion mixture, then you add 3.5 cups of crushed tomatoes, or 28-ounce cans, the same as a 28-ounce can. We're of course adding 7 cups of crushed tomatoes because we are doubling our recipe. And then you'll add 2 6-ounce cans of tomato paste. Here's 1 12-ounce can. Tomato paste. We're going to be putting 2 since we're doubling our recipe. Supposed to put like 1.5 cups of canned tomato sauce. What's wrong? The 6.5-ounce, 2 of the 6.5-ounce cans of that. I'm doubling the recipe, and you're supposed to put a cup of, or half a cup of water. So I'm just doing all tomato sauce because my tomato sauce is a little bit watered down anyway. Now you'll add 2 tablespoons of white sugar. Yeah. Careful, honey. I want to know that. I want to know that, Mama. 1.5 teaspoons of dried basil. Dried basil leaves. We're putting in 3 because, you know. Kinda. Now 1/2 teaspoon of fennel seed. Just one of those. Oh yeah, because we're doing. Okay, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. 2 for us. Because we're doubling it. 1 tablespoon of salt. Hold on, let me double check that a few times. Yes, yeah, I'm really reading it right. So that's 2 tablespoons for, yeah, because we're doubling it.
Not to be repetitive or anything.
1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. For us, it's 1/2. Now, 4 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley. We don't have the fresh right now because I didn't remember to buy it at the store. So we're going to use dried. You use a little bit less dried when you're doing that, so we'll probably use 4 for our entire batch.
2 tablespoons?
Yes. Now we're just going to simmer this for about 1.5 hours, covered, which means I have to find a lid. Now, we've mostly made the noodles and the sauce is done. What I'm doing now is preparing the rest of the stuff for assembly. You have 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Remember, I'm doubling the recipe, but you shouldn't probably unless you want 2 dishes of it. I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt for a single batch. 16 ounces of ricotta, and I personally don't like the stuff that's in most supermarkets, like in Walmart, the cheaper stuff. It's just not quite the same, so I actually do go to like a health food store to get this one because they just have quality ricotta. The ricotta, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I can tell you, it just tastes better. And then you'll add 1 egg to that. So I'm going to go ahead and add my second thing of ricotta now. Alright, so I add 1.5 cups of the sauce at the bottom of our pan. So nothing sticks to the bottom there. I'm going to do that to both. Alright, now you need 3/4 cups of mozzarella, shredded. And anyway, after the first layer of noodles, you put down half of your ricotta mixture. Spread it out as evenly as you can get it. And you need to put down about 1/3, which is 1/4 pound of mozzarella. Alright, now you spoon another 1.5 cups of the meat sauce down on that.
They were too long or too short?
Because I know I have a ton of sauce.
How much do you want?
Put another layer of noodles on that. The second half of your ricotta mixture on there. Of Parmesan that goes on top of this layer of cheese. Oh, so with each layer, and I forgot this time, but with each layer, put about 1/4 cup of Parmesan down, shredded Parmesan.
Do that. After this layer, we're going to put on the rest of the mozzarella and the rest of the Parmesan.
Okay, so now we're going to cover this with foil, and for 25 minutes we're going to bake it in an oven that's been preheated at 375. After the 25 minutes we'll remove the foil and bake for an additional 25 minutes, and it should cool for about 15 minutes before you eat it. And that's it. So I will go ahead and show you the finished product, but my camera's just about out of battery, so I'm going to turn it off and charge it up and cook this thing. And yeah, so we'll be back in a few. Bye-bye. And here's the lasagna finished. I probably should have pulled it out a little bit sooner because it got a little bit toasty looking. But it'll be perfectly delicious. In fact, maybe I can cut a... This lasagna is really hot, but it's so good. It is way better than any... It's going to sound repetitive on the video. Because we're doubling it. Because we're doubling it. Because we're doubling our recipe. Because we're going to double our recipe. You know. We're going to double our recipe. If you haven't caught on yet, we're doubling our recipe. Okay? Alright. You know we could speed it up and it would sound really funny.
doubling.
Slow motion.
Yeah, we're doubling. Four of them? Mm-hmm. Looks like hay. It smells like hay. Are you sure this is not alfalfa? Just kidding.